done playing tennis. These tennis rackets getting in the camera. I've been really bad this weekend. Just had so much on my mind. So much on my mind. To the point I was not even gonna come to I wasn't even gonna come to the park. Um, I did a getaway from Fort Myers just for a couple of days, coming here to Tampa, seeing my ex-girlfriend. That was fun, but I'm just like, I'm still like, just like, I don't know. Just devastated about all these things, these senseless murders and things that's going on. It's heartbreaking. It really is. It's heartbreaking. Thanks for coming in. As you guys come in, please double tap that screen. Give me a thumbs up, please. I appreciate it. As people come in, we'll do a little bit of talking and a little catch up and all that good stuff. I wanna say, I'm continuing to say, rest in peace, to Charlie Kirk. But what is so sad is, I read up on a lot of different things, and I do my fact checking. So I like to check my facts before I speak on things, and if I don't know, I'm not gonna speak on it. But it's crazy how there were a couple individuals. There were a couple, because I did my due diligence and I went even deeper. There were a couple people within the Secret Service that were praising the fact that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. So that's what I was telling my dad. I was like, because I have family members who, they don't like Charlie Kirk. Some people do like, some people did like Charlie Kirk. I have black friends. Let me just be careful when I say this, because I have black acquaintances, I have Asian acquaintances, I have Hispanic acquaintances. But far as like my close knit friends, I have one Caucasian friend. She's white. Pretty much everybody else is black. But I literally have 5 friends like that I can call and be like, hey, I got, my rent is due. I need $2,500. I need this much. I need this much. And it ain't just a money thing, but I have to be careful with friends. And I must say, I felt like that, and I'm being so serious from the core. In my heart, I do feel like I'm a chosen one. I'm not trying to be like all psychic or whatever, but I do feel like that's where Charlie Kirk, he dropped the ball in that court. He didn't have friends, and he realized he didn't have friends. He had more enemies than friends. He even spoke about these things. But I'm saying within the Secret Service, within, getting really close to President Trump and things of that nature, I really do feel like he put himself in more harm way. Because again, this is my opinion. It's my channel. I think that was orchestrated from the White House itself. And I'm going to be honest. I really do think that. I really do. I think that obviously there are people within that organization that are that are joking about the fact that he was assassinated. I mean, you got. I was like I said. I was talking to my dad. I said, this is not something that, this guy just, okay. I'm gonna assassinate this dude. There are so many other people. I know I was looking at Candace. I was looking at so many other people. There are so many other people that, I mean, I'm a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? There are so many other people that spoke about these things, and in some situations, even in a bigger perspective than he even did. It's devastating. It's devastating to know that people are rejoicing about the fact that somebody has passed on in that manner. I just think that's just disgusting. It's horrible. And you gotta understand, like, I'm not trying to say the Secret Service is bigger than all of us, but it is bigger than us. And when you got somebody who's rejoicing uh about someone who's just speaking their truth and what they feel is truth and their opinions and everything, it's more than scary. I'm not kidding. America is in deep ass trouble. We're in trouble. A lot of Americans are even thinking about, and I even know, like, I can say that I have a actual friend that moved out of country, and she was like, she'll never return. But of course, I mean, this woman has way more money. She's a millionaire. Real estate, has so many different businesses and stuff. That was just like, it was just like with Rosie O'Donnell, which I know Rosie O'Donnell does not support Trump, but at the same time, it's devastating to know that, I mean, she's not like laughing at the fact that this man was assassinated. I don't think anybody should have laughed at the fact that anybody, who's being assassinated. No, that's never a laughing matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Do you guys agree with that, or how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the situation? Easy O, yo, how are you doing today? I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, double tap the screen. I'm not going to, my platform is a place of positivity. It's a place of realness. And sometimes that realness probably look a little rude, but it is what it is. I keep it 100 and stuff, whatever. I like to say, as I speak, as I talk, I try my best to come with facts. And if you guys want to debate that, we very well can. But at the same time, let's respect each other. I think that's the deal that was lost in all of this. People start respecting people, and that's disgusting. They didn't respect Kirk. People don't respect the president. People don't respect, they didn't respect Biden. People don't respect people. At the end of the day, people don't respect people. And I think that's the issue at hand. I think I like to say, I don't use the word hate. I don't hate anybody, but I don't like a lot of people. I don't. But I will never think about killing anybody. And I mean, again, I do save lives for a living, but it's devastating to know that that's what's going on in the world. Where when you speak up, and you probably do make people feel like a little peon. I feel like I've done that myself. I've made people feel small because I come with facts, and I love to debate. I debated my mama when she was alive. Okay, at the end of the day, and she taught me that. She taught me to stand up for what I believe in and speak on things. But when you're proven wrong, you have to admit that, and that's the issue with black people that went up against him, with white people that went up against him. And somebody was in my comments earlier and saying, you need to stop talking about race because you're the problem. You keep bringing this up, and that's what society wants you to bring up. That's what government wants you to bring up. How can you not bring it up? Racism exists. I put up a post about Martin Luther King Jr., and this is years ago, and it is still happening to this day. And people just they say don't bring it up because what it is good and evil. That's exactly what racism is, you guys. At the end of the day, like I can't get away from the fact that people they want to silence that. You can't silence it. It's inevitable. It exists, and you do need to speak on it. And I think some people it makes uncomfortable. And I must say, I feel like those are people that may need to do like a little bit of, self-regulation, maybe look in the mirror. I don't know, dig deep. Like, are you racist? I mean, racist does not mean just, okay, you want to sit up here and you want to find a tree and lynch my ass. That doesn't mean that. You know what I'm saying? It means that you just hate my every being. You hate me. You hate me. And that's what I feel like. I feel like the things that I was as I was commenting back and forth, and I said I have to stop this because it's gonna be a never ending thing. I said it's not the fact that you're white and I'm black; it's the fact that you hate me and others hate me. Well, meanwhile, I don't hate your ass. I don't like you. I don't like what you have to say. I'm not going to support that, but I respect you as an individual. I respect you as a man. I think that's the big picture. People keep thinking about this as a thing where black and white. Okay, explain to me. It's a lot of black people killing a lot of black people. It's a lot of white people killing a lot of white people. I mean, it's not. It's I think it's so deeper than what people think. And at the end of the day, it's hate. That's what I mean by all of that is hate. So, as long as hate exists, racism exists. I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. Query, thanks for saying hi. Hey, Karen, how you doing? The deep state shut him up. You said the deep state shut him up. So you're saying that when you say deep state, you're saying that this did come from government itself. Government wanted to shut him up. Like people that he actually sat down at a table with and broke bread wanted to shut him up. We look at these things, these shows with scandal and all the things that's happening in the news, all these state officials and politicians and people just in higher up positions and stuff being silenced or can't be found now or being murdered. I mean, you just think like what is really going on? Like I talked to my dad a lot and I was like, Dad, I said, you know what I don't like? And I almost said hate, but I really had to catch myself because, I don't want to be contradicting myself. But I almost was like, I really do not like the fact that it's called the Secret Service. Why are there secrets? Why are there secrets? Why are they secrets? Why are there any secrets? I mean, I really wish that we can just put everything on the table and it is what it is. I think that us as grown American citizens who pay taxes and bust their ass every day, at least Lord knows I do and my family does, I feel like we should know there should be no secrets. At the end of the day, it should be any secrets and stuff. I think this is the problem that society has is so many secrets. And even when I forgot his name last night, I was online and so obviously this middle-aged man works with the police department. He's also within politics and all that stuff. And he was talking about how people need to just get off of social media, log off, go hug a family member, stop being on social media. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you think not being on social media, okay, social media really wasn't around when Martin Luther King Jr., the civil rights movement, it wasn't no damn social media. And it was a bunch of killing and a bunch of hate then. I feel like people just want to target certain things. They want to target certain things. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I saw that video and it was devastating. I still feel like I haven't gotten the sleep that I wanted to get because I viewed that video and it was just so horrible of how that individual assassinated Charlie Kirk. Mr. Kirk did not deserve that. No one deserves that. I don't care what you believe in, what you don't believe in. You know how many people come through my channel and they talk about how, because I believe in God, I'm Southern Baptist, and you're gonna go to hell, and and you're stupid. You should be an atheist. That's dumb. There's no God. Like God just didn't. Why? If there's a God, why is there evil? And I'm just like, you know what? I'll pray for these people. I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna put my mind. I'm not gonna do that, you guys. I'm not gonna put my mind in that situation. Like, I think people want am I making sense? I feel like people want you to believe in these things. They want you to think the way they think. And then therefore you live your life according to how they want you to live your life, and not you live your life according to how you want to live it. We do have to be unapologetic, even if you're in the wrong. I said this to I honest to God, you think I had a content creator tell me, Terrence, you always agree with me. You never. I said, no, I don't always agree with you. I feel like maybe it's just the fact that we're on parallel planes, and I agree with most of what you're doing, because it is right, wrong is wrong. When you're in the wrong, I'm gonna tell you. I like to pride myself on being honest and being upfront, and it's vice versa. It's a mutual thing. And I think that Yeah, Charlie Kirk could was wrong on certain things, and I feel like for the most part he was right about a lot. And maybe sometimes the delivery, but that's just like me. My delivery can be a little bit, it can be rough, but it's real, and I think that's the issue. And I'm telling you guys, there's so many people want to silence people because there's so many weak-minded people in the world. It really is. I mean, I'm not trying to make this like really trivial or like petty or weird, but think about Simon Cowell. Look how much more he's respected now. Think about this now. Look how much more he's respected in the public eye and as a judge, right? And as a freaking this man is rich as hell, right? But look how okay, Judge Judy, for instance, as well. These people are not doing this for likes or views. These people were rich before they even got on TV or social media or in the public eye. They're doing this because that's their actual, that's their being. That's what they do. I can put my mom in that situation. I'm telling you, you guys will never meet my mom. My mom passed on, but my mom was cutthroat to the damn T. And at some points, I didn't like it. I was like, ugh, as a child. But I love the fact that she kept it 100 with everybody. Doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter what sex, doesn't matter what you got going on in your life, what happened in your past. Everybody was accountable, and she held herself accountable. And I think that's really what goes down. I think where I'm getting at, just period. I think that there's people that can hold themselves accountable, and then they hold other people accountable. But then there's people in the world that they don't want to be held accountable, and they want to shut the people up that's trying to hold them accountable. They want to shut them up. They're like, you're ignorant, you're dumb, you're stupid. Like, it doesn't take anybody to have a freaking, you don't even have to have a high school education or a education period to know that this is wrong. This is wrong. And to laugh about these things is just terrible. Who does that? And I must say, I do agree with some of the people within the comments saying, Terrence, this is evil. It is evil. It is. I really do feel like it is evil. Evil does exist. God exists, and the devil damn sure exists as well. I pray for these people. And I know that may sound weird because it's like, why are you praying for the enemy? Because what else can I do? If I take a gun and I start shooting back, it's not going to solve anything. I know people are like, okay, well, that's the Malcolm X versus Martin Luther King Jr., but I am more like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I really am. I'm not trying to sit up here and be like a messiah or the greatest king or the greatest person in the world, but I'm just tired of the stupidity, the violence, the ignorance that people are doing because of what they believe in and how they speak. And also, furthermore, what is this mess where people, okay, now someone, and this happened with celebrities and and just people in general, people pass on, right? Now people want to bring out all the dirt. But then they switch the things, and that's the problem with social media. I don't think you need to get off. I think people need to listen and understand that all social media is not true. There's a lot of channels. There's a lot of things out there. I mean, we even know TMZ was laughing about the fact that he was assassinated, which is stupid as hell. But again, they're laughing about this, but it's people that are joking about this in like within the Secret Service. I mean, I feel like we can't get away from fucking evil. We can't. I mean, it's so, I know for a fact this world is corrupt. Now, let me just be careful when I say this. The world is beautiful, but some of the people in the world is corrupted, right? So therefore, they're corrupting parts. They're corrupting the world in a sense. The world, God has created an amazing universe, but it's sad to say that it's so much evil. Look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. I mean, I speak about this. I'm getting cursed out in the comments. I'm getting crazy ass emails. I've even gotten some threats myself. And it's like, okay, this shit is crazy. Now, I've always gotten threats as a content creator, and I've gotten, docs and all that nonsense because it's just been silly stuff. But when you do see YouTubers being slaughtered, when you see politicians being murdered, when you see activists and you see people who are just genuinely speaking their truth with using all their resources, and they're being assassinated in broad fucking daylight, and the Secret Service is laughing about this, can somebody raise some type of awareness? And folks are saying, get off of social media, stop talking about it, stop bringing racists into the situation, stop bringing this. I'm like, what are you talking about? It needs to be brought up, and it cannot. We I'm telling you right now, Charlie Kirk, 31 years old. That man, I felt I'm 38. That man was way wise beyond his years. I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this. I've done so much research on him, and I know people are like, oh my gosh, well, it's just because you support Donald Trump. At the end of the day, I support, yes, I'm a Trump supporter. Yes, I believe in so much of what these people are saying, but at the end, but also I want to make this very clear. I do not agree with every fucking thing everybody does. I do not agree with everything what everybody does. Who in the universe can do that? What I'm saying is right, wrong is wrong. That is completely unnecessary. The proof is in the pudding. You're assassinating the people based off of what they believe in. Why can't you debate them? If you're so true, if you're so like honest, and you just know this in your spirit that what you're saying and what you believe in is so right, why can't you keep debating? Maybe some people don't have the resources or the money or whatever. Lord knows I ain't got all the money in the world. But if I feel the need, okay, well, let me voice my opinion. Y'all see me right here. I'm doing a live stream about the situation. I'm gonna use my platform. I don't care if I got 100,000, 500,000, 500 subscribers. I'm gonna use my platform to speak on what I believe is true. And I think that we all have that God-given right. But then here's the ticket. I mean, I feel like, well, when you say God-given right, but there's so many people that don't believe in God. It's just it's just corrupted. It's corrupted, and it's just so sad. And I just can't get out of my mind the fact that the Secret Service, there are people, because you know what people, they say, oh, it's one individual. No, it was two. But think about it. I feel like it's several people. There are several people within that, let's just call it like this, within that boat, that ship, that's talking about this, that's laughing about it. I even think that it's people that he probably thought were his friends. Lord knows, even on social media myself, I've been set up big time. I've had people fucking steal all kind of money from me, scam me out of all type of things and stuff, whatever, because I was weak-minded. As strong as I am and as smart as I am with 4 degrees, I was still weak. I was still weak, and I let that enemy in, and I let the devil when I let the devil in and I let that devil drove me all across this goddamn fucking universe. And I really do feel like, unfortunately, that's what's happening. That's what's happening within the White House, is happening within our schools. Look at what's going on in our country. These things, I must say, yes, we're first world country. I've been out of the country as well, but you talk about third world countries. These things have been happening in those countries, and I'm not trying to shade anybody, but we're supposed to be like number one. We're supposed to be great. We're supposed to be like the best. And look at what's going on. Look at what's going on. Devastation. I can't even verbatim. I can't even tell you, like, I can't even speak on it really because I'm just lost. I'm lost for words. You know, I know I feel like I'm stumbling, but this is something that is so sad, because I mean, I'm being forced to shut up myself. Like, and I'm like, in my head, I'm nobody. Why am I being forced to shut up? Why do people hate me so much? Oh, because Terrence, he's black and he's talking about Charlie Kirk, and he's sad about Charlie Kirk, and he can't sleep, he can't this. Because you assassinate a human being, you assassinate a fucking father. You assassinate a man, you assassinate somebody who, you know, his mom, his dad, he has a family as well. And I cannot get that out of my head. I mean, that's just like with the presidents and things in the past, and people who have murdered people. It's the same thing. And folks say, well, why aren't you talking about the shootings? You know, like I said, my cousin sent me oh my gosh, that horrific video of the man being beheaded in Dallas. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, y'all, the fucking devil is running around here laughing his fucking head off. Because us as people, be it atheists, believers, or whatnot, can't get their shit together. It's so many emotional, fucked up people. It's so many emotional fucked up people. It's people that sitting up here like, oh my gosh, he's cursing. He's gonna go to hell. You know what? Cursing is a fucking expression. And by as I'm telling you, as I sit here, I'm gonna continue to do what the hell I want to do, and you guys continue to do what the hell you want to do. I speak on things. I speak from the heart. I speak honestly, and I try my best to just tell it like it is. But there's so many people that just don't want to, and I think that's what connected me so much with Charlie Kirk. I was like, damn. I'm telling you, y'all, my right-handed guy, even within my career, I wish I can get people. I wish I could call up folks and they can vouch for me and it not even be biased. I'm talking about call people from the hospital that I don't even really talk to, and ask them, well, is Terrence always being put in Dr. So-and-so room? Does Terrence work well with Dr. So-and-so, with this mean-ass surgeon, this surgeon who's rude to this? I work so well with the people who are mean, who are direct, sometimes demanding, can be a little condescending, and kind of teetering into disrespect. I work well with those people because you know why? I'm a strong-minded person, and I know for a fact it's just a reflection of them. It ain't my reflection, because I don't look shit like those people. But I work well with them because what you gonna do? Beat my ass? You know what they had to do with Charlie Kirk? They had to assassinate him. That's the only way they think they're gonna shut him up. Now his voice is even louder. His voice is even louder. You cannot silence the truth. And the fact that you're trying to take out people like that, that's the proof. The proof is there. The proof is there. At the end of the people don't like this. They're not gonna like what I have to say. They're not gonna support. A lot of people are not gonna support it. Some people will, but a lot of people probably won't support it because they're gonna say, "Oh wow, he's just doing it to views and likes." This is way before. I've always talked about what I believe in and who I support and what I feel is right. I've always said this. And my deal is, my little platform, it probably doesn't reach the entire, universe and stuff, but I'm going to continue to speak on these things because this is what I believe in. Like I said, I've lost family members to this. I've lost friendships to this. And to be honest, I mean, it's just like at the end of the day, when you lose people based off what you believe in, but it's funny how some of those people currently just, called and begged me for fucking cash. It's funny how people like, okay, I don't want them to do with you because oh MAGA, oh you a part of you're a part of that Make America Great Again, that fucking Trump, blah 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 blah. But 2 weeks ago, Pat, let me hold 1,000. I need 500. My car, this or this or that. I'm like, okay, wow. It's just disrespectful things that people are doing, and I'm just over it. I'm over it. I have to start living for myself, and when I look at people, like Charlie Kirk, and I'm gonna continue to watch his videos as I've always watched them. I was really hoping to meet him. I was really hoping to, watch him in person. Because I've learned so much even from him. I'm 38, he's 31. I've learned so much from this man. And I'm gonna continue to speak the truth. And at the end of the day, nobody can brainwash me and say, "Oh, well, you're supporting somebody who don't like blacks." What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? They're trying to, they even right now as he has passed on, they're trying to flip the script to make. They're trying to make, okay, black people, white people, just people within the world, within the nation, hate this man. They want people to hate. And I think they are being some of the people, like I said, within our government, want us to hate this. And I think it's a distraction. And you're not going to be able to distract me. You're not going to distract me. As I sit here, I'm watching my surroundings. You're not going to distract me. Thank you so much. Call BS, R.I.P. Charlie. Thank you for your help. Unite us in truth. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, 10. Thank you. God bless you. Absolutely. Rest in peace to Charlie. I mean, it's just so devastating. And I'm going to continue to use my platform to speak the truth. Like I said, I know that I've lost people. And I know people, like I said, some of the emails and the comments, like YouTube is not even going to show it because they're so derogatory. I mean, it's been some threats, but I've always gotten threats and always gotten some crazy things. But I must say, since seeing that assassination of Charlie Kirk, but even before then with these YouTubers, YouTubers killing YouTubers, and so like the social media, all this, the social media frenzy. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I'm not a little nervous, that I'm on high alert. I'm high fucking alert. I don't want to disclose anything nowadays. I don't even want to do like meet and greets and stuff. I'm gonna be honest. And in a sense, I was talking again. I was talking to my dad about this. I was like, Dad, I said, he's like, Donnell. That's my middle name. He's like, Donnell. It's sad, but these things are gonna happen. They're gonna continue to happen. I'm like, Dad, why? And I was like, and it's almost to the point where I'm like, I was like, man, I wish that he could just be he could have been like in a box or something, or just do everything like kind of remotely or whatever. And it's like, that was not his calling. He had to tour. He had to go to these campuses. He had to go into these big establishments. He had to get big crowds together, and he had to speak the truth. What he believed in, what a lot of people are believing in but are afraid to speak on. He did that. He did that. Some folks are laughing like, okay, well, you're praising him like he was the son of Christ. And I'm like, at the end of the day, this man was God-fearing. This man was an amazing, you can tell he's amazing father, loved by so many. You can't make me hate people. I was even looking like, Peach McIntyre, you have so many content creators out here. Folks want you to hate people so bad because they don't like the way that people do things. Maybe how they talk, they dress, or maybe how they said things, or how they've made. He has debate. He has so many debate videos up, and it's people that are obviously they're reposting, and they're again trying to paint this picture like he was so horrible. It doesn't fucking matter if he made you feel like a little peon. That's what it is. That's what it is. At the end of the day, it's like it's no getting. How can you tell me that I should dislike somebody or hate somebody because they made you feel bad? How that doesn't make sense. This is sickening. How do you do that? How do you do that? Grab the tinfoil hats now. He famously said he would never fly on the plane with a black pilot, but he didn't deserve that. Alfredo, I'm telling you. So I've read on that. I've talked about those things. At the end of the day, I really do feel like everything is being taken out of context. You have to do a lot more reading into things. You really do, because that's not. He even said he knows it's not right. That's not he doesn't. That's not his immediate thing. He doesn't. He knows it's not right. He's someone who supported the truth. And at the end of the day, we have to be honest about this. It's no difference. At the end of the day, it's no difference than we've all sinned. We've all looked at people and probably suggested like, oh my gosh, you can't tell me you haven't. And that's the issue that I have. So many people want to point out, wow, you're praising this man. You're talking about this. At the end of the day, this man was like, this was a massacre. This was absolutely horrendous. Okay. We have to like, and I respect the fact that you understand that you agree with that's not okay. For him to be taken out like that is not all right. It's unacceptable. But okay, because of maybe some things that he said and even how some of the things that he said. Okay, so does that equate to somebody being slaughtered? I'm trying to make sense of these things, because if I'm not mistaken, Paula Deen has said a whole lot about black people. And that woman right now, I've eaten that woman restaurant. That woman right now could come sit beside me and cook me some smoked turkey wings with some collard greens and some yams. I'm gonna eat that, and I'm gonna break bread with Paula Deen. Now you can call me an ignorant house nigga, or you could call me lame or stupid or just stupid. It is what it is. See, this is what I believe in. This is what I believe in, and this is what I'm comfortable with. Somebody can say, okay, wow, he's a sellout. What am I selling out for? What am I doing? I'm just doing, let me tell you guys, at the end of the day, I know for a fact, I believe in God. God is real. God is in my life. I have invited God into my life. I thank God for all the things that he has done for me. And I thank God for just growth. I don't care, good and bad and different. All these things have made me the man I am today. I have forgiven so many people. I don't hold grudges. I'm not a hateful individual. I think that's the problem. So many people are infuriated with just even with what some people have said, and even if it's being said and it's being said, but it's not in a way, not in a way that people are thinking, but they are receiving it that way. People have received a lot of things that Charlie Kirk has said as, okay, this is just horrible. But I'm just keeping it real. A lot of it was fact. I'm not going to tell you that, okay, nobody's 100% because 100% is perfection. Nobody's perfect. We all have sin. But at the end of the day, you can like it. You can like it. You can hate it. You can love it. You cannot have an even, you cannot even have an opinion about it. But it's the truth. It's the truth. And like I said, why do we have to take one thing or even two things or 10 things and say, okay, because this person said this, because this person did that, they're horrible. I don't like them. I hate them now. So let me kill them. You guys, none of that makes sense. Do you realize, I mean, play it out in your mind. Like, this is unacceptable. And this really did happen. This is not a fucking joke. This isn't TV. This isn't scandal. This is real life happening. Like, we have to wake up. We have to wake up. I mean, this is what's happening in our country. This is a problem. So now, me as a black male, I can't talk about things, okay, because, oh, this person said this or this person said that. I mean, honestly, like I said, it goes, I mean, I know like these are petty little things, but it's like R. Kelly, for instance. I gotta stop listening to this damn man music because of the things that, you know, he's done. And like I said, I don't believe all those things. I do believe some, but I don't believe all. At the end of the day, y'all, I don't know if you lived or not, but Lord knows I have lived 38 years. I've had a mom that, yes, she passed when she was 51, but this woman had knowledge of somebody who's 110. I don't know how, but she just went through so much in her life. She has raised me. My dad, may he continue just to live. My dad is 70. He's going to be 71, Lord willing, September 25th. And he has inspired me and instilled so much in me as well. I thank God for my parents. I really do. I'm telling you guys, I am wise. I'm not stupid. I'm woke. I have been through so much in life. And I'm telling you guys, like, this is something that we have to really take accountability for. You have to tell yourself, you know, well, let me stop engaging with this nonsense and let me start really speaking the truth. And I really wish that people can do their own research. Do your own research. Get to know things. Like, you know, you got some fucked up ways. We all do. So does that make me any better than you? Because maybe you got 10 more fucked up ways than I do. That does not make you better than me. That doesn't make me better than you. Like, we're equal. And that's what I'm trying to get at, guys. We're equal. We may not have the same beliefs. We might say things a lot different. Like, I'm telling you guys, you gotta, I don't know. I think one solution is sensitivity. We have a lot of emotional people in the world. Lord knows I'm emotional. I'm still grieving the loss of my mom. I think about it sometimes. I still cry. But I'm telling you guys, I'm intact. I'm focused. I know what one of my missions is, especially within my career, is to go into that hospital, ignore the bullshit and all the negativity, because now even more people are talking about this within like the social media and what's going on, obviously with Charlie Kirk and with so many different things. People are still laughing and joking and rejoicing about these things. I mean, literally, people who I've been worked with. But I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to make sure when I go into the operating room, the patient is the main focus. You guys, we have to have a game plan in life. And I think that's probably what has went left, you know, for lack of a better description, because that's what people are calling these people who are now just completely just irrational and evil. They're calling them the left. And I'm just like, you know, fucking get back right. I don't know what to tell you. You can't just go around trying to, you know, trying to push people into what you believe should be done or how things should be said. You can't do that, because at the end of the day, that's contradicting the fact of the amendment. We all have freedom of speech, and I think that's I think that's the another issue people have to focus on. Like, yeah, focus on that. Understand that I have the right to speak about these things and how it affects me and how it impacts my life, and so do you. I mean, why is this a problem? Jesus, help these people. Get a clue, you Uncle Tom Bolt. Get on. I don't know who I just Tyler's girlfriend. I know that people are gonna come in and be disruptive and nasty and negative, and that's just what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a lot of evil people commenting things and stuff. And you guys, that does not faze me. It just shows you how ignorant, like even on social media, it just shows you how ignorant some people still are in this world. We need to unite. We really need to come together, and we need to stop the BS. We do. When I watched that video, because I saw that video a long time ago, and I said, oh my gosh, like, Charlie Kirk, he actually did, I don't want to say manifested, but he did speak on these things about people are just going to become more violent. And when I tell you, I've had an individual, so when I was in Carpenter, Illinois, because I was traveling, and I had an individual, because they brought up politics. Politics is forbidden at work, and I spoke about Donald Trump, and I said, well, I believe in him, and I said, and my dad disagreed with me and everything, but my dad and I, we love each other. We're able to disagree and respect each other. My dad doesn't want to kill me, and I don't want to kill my dad. What the fuck? I don't know why people go to the left. But again, get back to the right, because you lost your fucking mind. That's not what you should. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. It's just so stupid. Anyway, and literally this coworker, this man got so upset, he was almost wanting to fight me. Now again, he would have got his fucking ass just fucked up, because I'm not that person either. I don't want to get into a fight because I ain't gonna know how to stop. And the only person that can really stop me, I mean, obviously, God, but I'm just saying physically would be my mom, and my mom was deceased then. So I'm just saying, I don't want to get into no fight. I don't want no smoke, and I ain't trying to get no smoke. But this man literally got into my face, and I just had to tell him, hey, listen, it is not that serious. You brought the conversation up. We're debating, and from my standpoint, maybe from his point of view as well, he felt like, okay, well, he was right. I felt like I was right. I came with facts. He came with pseudo statements, and you can't agree to disagree. You just keep saying you're wrong. You're wrong. No, you're wrong. At the end of the day, I ain't trying to say, look, the debate is not about Donald Trump. Is he the perfect person? Who the fuck is? I'll wait. I'll wait. I will wait. I will wait out here till until this damn battery dies on my phone. I'll wait out here. Let me know who's perfect. Because that was never the issue. That was never up for discussion. The fact of the matter is, who is the better candidate? Who is more qualified, and who is going to sit up here and lead better? We gotta stop. We gotta stop denying these things, you guys. Democracy. We have that within our country. As fucked up as some things are, like I said, the Secret Service being, laughing at an assassination of someone who's just was doing no wrong, and actually what is doing what he is allowed to do, which is speak. That's the deal too. You guys think about it. You're sitting in a chair, you're putting yourself you're putting yourself in front of millions, okay, far as watching, thousands, obviously in person, and you have a microphone and you're speaking on things. Do you realize how powerful that actually was for someone to just conjure up the idea, okay, I'm gonna shoot him, I'm gonna kill. I mean, that is just horrible. Think about that. I literally think about the late great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and how he was assassinated. The world we live in, that's how I look at it. Because I refuse to say that I refuse to say that God has created a horrible world. No, this is a beautiful world. And it's the people. It's the people who choose to be so emotional and so weak-minded and just detached from like normalcy to the point where they just feel like, okay, let's just take everything into our hands. We can't do that. We can't do that. Some people say, well, Terrence, you don't know about hardship. You don't know about life. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I know about being racially profiled by police officers. I know about being in West Virginia and having my fucking tire slashed and my windows bust out of my damn car. Called a damn nigger every fucking day, even at the damn job, by patients and their family members. What do parents do? My mom was allowed there. She was like, get the hell out. What do? I go back into that. I extend 8 more damn weeks because you're not going to run me away. So that's why I have so much respect for Charlie Kirk, and he will continue, his voice will continue to live on. It's going to be even louder than it ever was. And, you know, it doesn't die. Even my mom, her legacy will never die. I speak of my mom every day. I am my mom. Her legacy will never die. Death, cancer didn't win. It's just the body. It's not the soul. It's not the spirit. It's not the message. It's not the voice. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep speaking on things that I believe. I'm going to use my platform. I'm going to use my platform, this right here, to speak on things that I believe in. And I'm telling you guys, at the end of the day, if people don't agree with that, that's your God-given right. I can tell you this much. I will never in my life try to assassinate anybody. I will never try to assassinate anybody's character, even if you come in here with the derogatory remarks, with the racial slurs, and some even like some people are even, you guys can't see it because YouTube is putting a hold on those comments. When I view it, I have no moderators. I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody was just like, fucking kill yourself. Wow, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna kill myself. I'm so against those things. And if you actually watch my channel, you will know how I actually feel about that, because I've had 2 of my closest friends commit suicide. This is what people who don't understand the right to speech, this is how they behave. They're so far left, they get out of character, and they're not even being rational. They're not even being rational. These same people, you guys, some of you guys out there that's watching, that's viewing, some of you guys actually have maybe a mom or a dad, a grandparent, a child, a cousin, nephew, niece, whatever the case, maybe a friend who probably doesn't agree with what you're doing and agree with what I'm saying. Would you want them to kill themselves? Would you want them to hurt themselves? I think that's what we got to go to. We got to get back to the basics. You got to put your feet in people's shoes, not just one foot in one shoe. You got to put your both feet in both of those shoes, and you have to walk not just a mile. I walk miles every day. I'm talking about miles and miles, probably like 20 some miles a damn day. You got to walk that much, and even then some more, to get an understanding of me and knowing who I am as an individual. I think people look at stuff face value, and everything, and not clearly understand really what's the motive and what's the point. And people don't understand my point. My point is unity. My point is coming together. It's cohesiveness. Like I said, I tell a nurse that, hey, I'm not your friend. I'm your coworker. I tell her this respectfully, and she doesn't want to talk, even if it's concerning, okay, a case, and it's like, wait a second, this isn't the time to hold grudges or to be upset with me. I didn't disrespect you. I just told you what I felt. You're emotional. You're not being rational, and what you're doing right now could cause somebody to die in the operating room because you're not getting me what I need, because it's me. Because, oh, Terrence, he's the one that said, oh, I'm not his friend. So I'm not going to get him the medication or the labs or the equipment he needs for this case. What the fuck? It shows you that people are just emotionally fucked up. They really, really are. They don't know how I would put it, how my dad says it. He said, they don't know how to turn it off or turn it on. I think everybody can be emotional. Hell, I'm emotional, but I can turn it off. I'm not going to be so emotional to the point where I can't do my job. I'm not going to be so emotional like, okay, I'm on this live stream with the point that I can't even speak from my heart, where I'm just staring and I'm just crying profusely and I don't know what to say and I'm just at a loss for words. No, I still have to come on and I have to speak from my heart. I have to be real and genuine and I have to convey something. At least when somebody watched a replay or whatever the case may be, probably coming in, coming out, if you disagree or you agree, whatever the case may be, I have to be able to give something. And that's how I know I've turned off all of my emotions, because I'm pissed the hell off. That is, I'm telling you, I'm not getting great sleep. I still see how once he said that and he picked the mic up and he said that, and then right after being shot like that, it's just horrendous. It's terrifying. It's horrible. It's horrible. And to know that you think about the family being out there, you think about children, you think about just people. I don't care what race. I don't care what race. I don't care what people believed in. I don't care if there's people coming there just to debate him and they want to see him sweat or whatever. It doesn't matter. No one deserves that. And if people think that that's okay, you need help. You need help. Based off, okay, if he said it in a way about the pilot being black, you know, that he think twice and he do this. If you think because of these things that's being said and you're not looking into the whole story, and because again, call me stupid, call me dumb, you can call me what you want to call me, but I'm telling you guys, I think a lot of people got that wrong. I'm gonna be honest, they got it wrong. And on top of that, at the end of the day, if you said things, everybody has said things, even I've said things. I've righted my wrongs to the best of my abilities. I'm somebody, like I said, I don't omit shit. I admit everything. And even here on YouTube, I've met content creators. We've had falling outs. Things were being said on everybody's side. Things were being said that were right. Things were being said that was wrong. I admitted to everything. I never omitted shit. Now some content creators, they did admit to their wrongdoings, but some didn't. Some stand by the fact that, oh no, he's a liar. He's this, he's that, blah, blah, blah. Why can't you take a full responsibility and accountability? Because it makes you look like you're a liar. Well, okay, you are a liar because you're not being honest. You know, why you gotta lie, Craig? Why you gotta lie? Why do people have to lie? Be honest about what you believe in. Be honest about what you stand for, no matter if it does make you look a little crazy. Like I said, people are like, okay, you're a dumbass. You're a dumbass for even for voting for Trump. You're a dumbass for believing in this. There's a woman that I work with, and I'm gonna be honest. I do feel like the black lady, and I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like, okay, we agree with a lot of things and stuff. We can relate to each other because we're black. We're in a field where there's still not a lot of black people in the medical field. In the operating room, we're talking about people who are at the operating table. No disrespect to anybody that are cleaning the operating rooms, to housekeeping, orderlies, support staff. No disrespect to any of those people. I have to be very careful when I speak because some folks take offense to everything. Again, we're in a sensitive fucking world because now I say this, they're like, oh, well, he's saying because I clean the room that I ain't shit. No, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, I'm just speaking facts. The fact of the matter is, yes, a lot of people who are doing those jobs don't probably have the education that say I have. And I'm not saying that they're insignificant. We all matter. Y'all better ask around. I don't even really go to the cafeterias and stuff at these hospitals anymore. But when I used to, when I was 478 pounds, Lord is my witness, I'd be in that damn thing tail twice a day at work. And some of my closest co-workers were like in those areas, housekeeping, over in the lab, over in food and management, you know, with the cafeteria and stuff, whatever, like the gift shop, the volunteers. Those were some of the pleasant people. And I didn't even really work beside them in the OR because I try my best to respect and get along with everybody. So when I say this, I'm just saying this individual that I'm speaking with, she does what I do. All right. Now, I'm a first assistant surgery. I'm also a surgical technologist. I'm also a sterile processing technologist, and I'm certified in all of these things. Now, she's not all of those things, but she does do a lot of work at the operating table. We scrub into cases and we assist surgeons. Now, at the end of the day, it's not a lot of us, okay? But And we know there's racism, it exists. But I don't agree with everything she says. And I do feel like sometimes we can be the issue. And when I said that verbatim aloud, it upset her because I can take accountability. I know for a fact sometimes, okay, let me tell you now, sometimes you throw that race card prematurely. I'm gonna be real. But what black person says that? Somebody gonna be like, oh, he's a sellout because he says that. No, I'm being real. We have to take accountability. At the end of the day, we have to be accountable. And I just think it's a lot of people that's not being accountable. They're not holding themselves accountable, and they wanna be the victim. And you're not the victim. I'm not trying to say that you're the villain either. I'm just saying you're not the victim. And it's not all about you. And that is something that I can honestly sit and say as I watch Kirk, as I follow this man, this young, bright individual. That man did not make everything about him. He spoke about the truth. Again, he delivered it in a way where a lot of people probably can't. And that's what I feel like with Candace Owens. With so many people, no matter what you believe in, how you deliver things and stuff, whatever, folks get their what how do you say it? I mean, they get all emotional. They become unraveled. They become unhinged. And I think that's what's happening. More people are becoming unhinged because of what people believe in. How fucking scary is that? I'm gonna need you to pick up a damn tennis racket. Look at this. Get a hobby. Pick up tennis. Get you a golf club. I got several of them. I probably can mail you one. And go fucking outside and hit a fucking ball. Throw a rock. I don't know. I'm sitting up here in the park and stuff, and there's people fishing and stuff. I don't know. Throw a rock at the goddamn water and see if you can make it jump. Do something that's not going to unalive somebody, please. Do something that's going to, in a sense where it can make you feel better, but it's not going to impact somebody's lives and the lives of other people in a negative fucking way. Do that. I mean, what the hell, people? I don't know. Go and listen to damn military. I don't know what to say. Do something else besides becoming so unhinged. I'm not gonna lie. So I was driving yesterday, and this guy flipped off this woman, and I said, right on. Now he flipped a woman off. Now I ain't flipping nobody off, especially driving nowadays, because you got some unhinged people. But I said that's better than him taking a gun and shooting people on the damn interstate. He flipped her off. Now again, I find that still to be a little bit excessive, because you got folks that will follow your ass. They will forget. They will forget about reality. They will follow him wherever he's going and try to murk his ass. Okay. Now again, I'm not flipping nobody off, but I said, okay, I think that's better than a lot of other things. Like physically harming somebody, shooting somebody, and we've seen this. We've seen this a lot. So I don't know. And maybe you guys probably wouldn't agree with that, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, I think it's better than fucking being on a fucking building and blowing a fucking bullet through somebody's fucking jugular. Think about that. It's better than running somebody down and cutting their fucking heads off with a fucking machete. I know this is very vulgar, and y'all know when you come here, this is real talk. This is grown folks conversation, but it's better than that. Like I'm telling you, there are some evil, detached people in this fucking world, and we can sit up here and point the finger at the devil, but the devil's sitting back like, damn, when it's people like this in the damn world, I ain't even really gotta do much, because I don't think that it's even all that. It's the fact that this is what's happening within people. There's a lot of built up rage within people, and they feel like, okay, well, I ain't got nothing to lose and stuff, and I don't care. Or some people think that they can get away with it. And that's where I think some people fuck up. It's a lot of unsolved things and stuff, whatever, but some to this magnitude, you're never gonna get away with this. You're never gonna live this down. You're never gonna be okay. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't think that this man worked by himself. I think this was a complete setup, and I do think it was a setup by people that Charlie Kirk shook hands with, broke bread with. I really do feel that way. You cannot tell me that's not the case. We don't want these things to happen, but they do happen. They happen every day. And again, and I know that there's a lot of horrible things going on in the world, but again, it's just the fact that, okay, he was such a big icon, right? And he was becoming even more of an icon. And at the end of the day, it's sad to say, but when you're popular, you are gonna get more publicity, be it alive or dead, and even after the fact when you die. So I know some people are angry about that, but that's just what it is. I can't. I don't know the solutions. I did a short because I responded to a comment, and the guy was like, "Well, I respect him, and I'm sad. I'm sorry that he lost his life and the way in which he did. But there are so many violent school shootings, so many innocent children dying and being slaughtered, not just in our country but in other countries." I said, absolutely. So, you're telling me this. I'm not gonna lie, like, I speak about all these things all the time on my channel. This is my platform. I do it. And as I dance, sing, be silly at work, whatever the case may be, I speak on real shit too. I speak on racism. I speak on accountability. I speak on right and wrong. I speak on so many things. I tell the truth. Get a platform started. Make a petition. I've done a petition about things and stuff, whatever. Like, do something. Make your voice heard, even if one person's listening, because somebody's gonna listen. Start a podcast. What you're doing, and I was trying to be very respectful, but then I started fucking cursing, because I get a little bit frustrated. I'm like, that's what the fuck it is. It's the fact that nobody's speaking up about these things. Nobody's speaking up. Nobody's taking accountability. I'm the guy who sees the paper on the damn fucking ground or the floor at work. 10 people have walked past it. Well, I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna throw it in the damn trash. Somebody gonna say, "You're an idiot. That's not your trash, and you're just enabling." At one point, we gotta stop this bullshit about enabling. Enabling is, what? I'm giving a damn alcoholic more alcohol or giving money knowing damn where they're gonna buy booze. That's enabling. And Lord knows I've done that, R.I.P. to my uncle. But at the end of the day, I want to be the difference. I want to be the difference. So I feel I feel horrible about this situation. So I want to talk about it more. I want to bring things up more. We talk about health and this and that. Okay. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'm fat as fuck, Now I'm a lot less fat now. I'm 287. Thank you, Jesus. I used to weigh 478.8 pounds. I've lost a lot of weight, and I've done it because I've cut back. I've stepped back from fucking Popeyes. I've cut back eating all the damn sweets, all the damn sugary snacks and this and this and that. I really have put the work in. But how do I expect to lose weight and to be better and to think better and to see my fucking neck if I don't do anything about it? I have to take accountability, and I have to be responsible for my actions and what I put into my body. And some people can't stand the fact that, damn, he's talking about fat. He bringing this up. He calling himself this. He's saying this, and he doing this. He's so damn derogatory. He's just so, like, as a matter of fact, why is it a problem? Because you see yourself in me, and you're like, damn, he got this figured out. I don't have everything figured out. But I'm telling you guys, I'm taking, as I sit here and as I played tennis for 1 hour, I'm not gonna lie, I fell off a little this weekend. I went to Wawa and I had a coffee fucking donut. I had a coffee roll. It's almost like a cinnamon roll. I didn't eat the whole thing because I kind of got sick halfway through it. When I say sick, I shit it, pretty much. Yeah, I'm being honest right now. I'm being honest, period. At the end of the day, I know for a fact that I say, okay, Terrence, you're not going to keep doing that. You know what? I'm not even going to call it a setback. I know y'all laughing at my crazy ass. I'm not going to call it a setback. I'm just going to go. I'm gonna go to this damn park. Now, I'm in a hotel that's far away at the moment from the park because I usually walk. But I said, you know what? You're gonna work it off a little bit. I probably can't work the whole damn thing off, but I'm gonna work it off. I'm gonna get my steps in. I'm gonna take accountability. That's why I'm walking. It could be 2 a.m. It can be 1 p.m. It could be around my condominium. It could be at a damn park. But I'm going to try my best to stay active. My motto, stay active, stay healthy. This is my weight loss journey, but I'm taking accountability. Be accountable. One thing I can say, and I don't care what anybody says, Charlie Kirk was accountable. He was responsible. He was accountable. People you can debate me all day long, but that man was accountable. But don't come up here trying to debate and you don't know shit about him. So many people like, I ain't know nothing about him until I just heard the fact that he was assassinated. Well, I'm gonna need you to fall back, do your research, play catch up, and then maybe come back to me, because I'm so tired of people speaking on shit and don't know shit. That's the problem now. That's the problem now. They're just like people talking about, you know, Kamala, you know, Kamala Harris, and oh well, she black, she this, and oh we want the woman to be the first president, and also black and stuff, whatever. And it's like in my head, okay, well, in my opinion, Barack Obama actually was black. He did have some other mixed with other things and stuff, but that man black. Okay, now because she would have not been the only, she would have not been the first, but she would have be obviously the first woman president, but she was not a great candidate. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. People want to talk about black folks and how, you know, the racism and all this nonsense and what black people do. Well, how about she prosecuted so many goddamn fucking black brothers that are still incarcerated to this day? Didn't give a chance, didn't give as many chances as she did as with the white people. And that's fact. That's absolutely fact. She even, you know, we talk about bringing things up, right? That's why people talk about social media, but social media can bite you in the ass. It can bite you in the ass, because we saw where she was like, just with the a little a slip of my wrist with my pen, I can do this. I can put away people for people for ample amount of time. That woman has so much power and control. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt like, yeah, hell yeah, she didn't use it for good. Not all of it for good. Do I hate her? No, I don't hate nobody. Do I want to kill? Absolutely not. If she came to the OR right now and she needed an appendix surgery done, you know, I would do that goddamn surgery like it ain't nothing, with honor. Just as I've done it with people who have murdered their moms. I've operated on prisoners who have murdered their fucking mothers. It has nothing to do with me. I have a job, I have a duty, and that is to help and try my best at every cause to save that person's life. That is what you have. I mean, this person was incarcerated and obviously, you know, living like, you know, in prison for life. But that I take that up with people on earth. That's the judge, that's the jury, and then far as afterlife is God. I cannot be any of that. My name is Terrence Darnell Bergen, okay? All right, I'm 38 years old. You know, I travel around the country. I work in the medical field and stuff, whatever. I love doing content creation. I do consider myself a YouTuber. I stay in my fucking lane. I'm gonna speak on things that I feel that I need to speak on, that I need to voice my opinion on, but this is my opinion. These are my opinions, which in my opinions, I find them to be facts. But your opinions can be facts if you like it. If somebody wants to debate, you can debate. You can debate. At the end of the day, I'm able to agree to disagree and move on. And I'm not blocking no damn body. Even the people that I don't even have time. Like sometimes I get a lot of people in my chats and stuff. I don't have time. I mean, yes, if I had mods again, but even the fucking moderators and shit. That's why I'm saying I was woke. I wasn't woke at first and stuff, but I'm woke now. I'm telling you, my moderators, not when I first started the channel, but as I continue to grow, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 80,000, I got so many damn channel members, and I made everybody a moderator. A lot of these damn people, I'm talking about, I had at one point, damn near almost 200 fucking moderators and almost 200 channel members, because everybody became a channel member. Everybody who was a moderator, everybody who was a channel member, I gave a wrench to, and that let me know, okay, Terrence, you can't do that. There are so many people that are conditioned to come on within social media and destroy you from the inside out. I'm telling you guys, it had destroyed my channel. As we speak, I'm still trying to get my channel back on that track, and I'm gonna be consistent. I take full accountability. I can't blame nobody else. When I say I take responsibility and accountability, people say, well, Terrence, you know, man, you should have a mod. I'm not gonna have any moderators right now. I'm never gonna say never. Maybe one day, but I'm gonna be very careful. And maybe somebody may say, damn, you paranoid. Well, that's just what it is. I'm paranoid as fuck. Cause you know what? My spidey senses have been enhanced. I'm more woke. I'm more alert. I'm more aware. And that is what I'm saying. Like, even though, like I said, Charlie Kirk was so wise, beyond his years. I mean, 31, think about it. This man, I mean, just completely educated, amazing individual, beautiful family. But I still feel like there in some departments within his life, he just wasn't fully, like that awareness, that heightened. And I'm gonna be honest. And because I'm just saying, I feel like sometimes we get too comfortable, and that's just fact. And Lord knows I've gotten to that point. And I do thank God that I'm a lot more careful. I'm a lot more careful, and I have to be. It definitely, as I continue to grow and expand, I have to be. You have to be. I mean, that's just fact. Like, I mean, yeah, right now I can be out in public. I can just walk around the park and stuff, whatever. I mean, do I get noticed? I mean, I got noticed earlier and stuff, but it wasn't like 100 people, group of 100 people coming up. Oh my gosh, it's a Terrence kind of thing. But I do get noticed from time to time, and that's okay. It's okay. I remember Peach McIntyre put a video up, I want to say yesterday or day before yesterday, and she was going into this establishment, and this person was like, hey, how you doing? Can I get a hug? She said, ma'am, no, I don't give hugs, but we could do a picture. I could take a picture with you or whatever. And she did it so respectfully. But she's woke. She's aware. She knows that everybody is not the enemy, but everybody damn sure ain't a friend. Everybody ain't an acquaintance either. And at some points in life, and this may sound very horrible, but you have to treat, just like when I'm in the hospital, I treat everybody as if they have a illness. Everybody has these diseases, and they may sound messed up, but if you think like that, you don't have to prepare. You're already ready. Does that make sense? Like, people say, oh my gosh, Terrence, be careful. This patient has HIV. I say, why do you have to tell me that? Well, no, I said, I treat every patient like they have that. Like, that's how I was trained. Like, so now what you're doing now you're tiptoeing, and now, oh, I'm on triple glove. I'm going to do this. Be normal. Do what you would do anyway, but prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for the worst. And that's why I said, this may sound horrible, but sometimes you have to treat people as if everybody's an enemy. But that doesn't mean you have to hate people. You just have to be alert. Does that make sense? Let me get to the comments. David West said all they did was make people who had belief in Jesus and stuff want to go harder in life. I could never joke about this man being gone, especially the way he was. It's crazy, but keep talking. You're right. Thank you so much, Davian West. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. OAJ, the great O. Alfredo, you're incorrect. John Smith Trila said, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and support, please, and thank you. Thank you so much, John Smith. Gloria. Charlie Kirk wasn't shot. That was an AI spread misinformation. He actually died from unclean foreskin. Prove me wrong. Gloria, I'm gonna say this. That's my mom's name. And may my mom continue to rest in peace. But your comment is very immature. It's ignorant. I did read it before I read it aloud. And just to do that, and people say, well, don't spotlight those trolls. Don't spotlight the negativity. I do it because you know why? Look how ignorant that sounds. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. But I'm gonna say this. I'm praying for you. I'm not gonna sit up here and call you. Now I'm gonna say this word, but I'm not calling you this. I'm not gonna sit up here and call you a bitch. I'm not gonna sit up here and call you the scum of the earth and go to hell. No, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray that God cleanses your soul. And even if you don't believe, like, I'm gonna pray. And people can think that, okay, oh, Terrence is speaking. He's just trying to preach the gospel because he's on live. No, I do this shit in real life. Like I said, I fucking operated on people who have murdered their fucking moms. And y'all know how I feel about my mom. So at the end of the day, I know that I'm being honest. I'm being truthful. I have no reason to fucking lie. Alfredo, Xavier Perez says, Alfredo, he did not say that. He said he will not fly with the black pilot if they were hired solely on skin color. Who would? Xavier. And see, my thing about it is you guys are correct. Like I said, it's context, and people at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit up here. This is a problem too, and that's the problem that people had with Charlie Kirk. May he continue to rest in peace, you guys. But he is not gonna sit up here and be going back and forth with somebody who just that is ignorant. Because he knows, okay, well, damn, no matter what, I'm bringing the facts. This person is not going to let it down because they can't fathom the fact that they're wrong. You guys, at the end of the day, it was said, but it's said in a way where people they're trying to manipulate the truth of what he's saying. And folks are not reading. They're not reading. And so at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I can't read for you. I want those people to do their homework. And at the end of the day, you just have to really sit back and think like, okay, it's not to say, I don't want to sound weird, right? But oh, wow, he had black friends. But he had black friends, And I don't want to be like, okay, well, I'm not racist because I got a white friend. But I do got a white friend. You guys, put two and two together. Again, I don't think that I have 4 degrees. I don't think that it takes somebody to have even 1 degree to know what I know and to be able to read. I don't think. But again, I'm just Terrence. I don't know. Maybe it does take for people to I don't know, be in a different situation in their minds. Vic Edit says, hi, hello. CK is another victim of transtifa. What is that? I'm sorry, Kiefer Unmanned Aviation. Thank you for saying hi, Vic Edis. I see you. Jeff says people ignore people. I love that picture of that dog. That dog looks beautiful. Is that a pit? That dog is so gorgeous. Jeff says people ignore people just to be dicks. I have to agree with that. Gatsby said facts. When I was growing up, if you said something bad about the president, you were looking over your shoulder, and that was before smartphones. Absolutely, Gatsby. I mean, honestly, real talk. V. Roger said, we cannot be affected by every gun death. Kirk after a school shooting, fuck anyone pretending Kirk was a good person. No one deserved to get shot, especially kids. He didn't give a shit. And that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Kirk has moved on. Segregation or re-immigration are the only ways. Racism has been a part of an entire human history, but there is no systematic racism, especially now back in the 40s and 60s. Xavier, I understand what you're saying. MAGA Mike, where is you? I don't know why the right is so mad about left saying this about Charlie when they were advocating for the death of Charlotte Fosgate just the same way. Now, IBG 200, I want you to be careful because, first of all, I'm not going to. I know people are calling this the left, they're calling this the right. Terrence is on the side of God, okay? And I'm gonna say this. Now, you are correct in a sense, but everybody was not advocating for the death of Charlotte. And I'm telling you this, and this is from my honest. This is from the depths of my soul. Like, I can't speak on everybody, but again, that's why I say I really wish that people would stop this bullshit. And I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just saying this in general. I really wish people would stop this bullshit with putting everybody into this category. I've put Charlie Kirk into his own category. Terrence is putting himself into his own category. For a fact, I advocate life. I advocate living. I got into this field to save lives. Okay, I don't advocate. I'm telling you, I'm sitting up here operating on people literally that have harmed other people. That's just where I'm at in my. That's where I'm at in my mind. People can believe what they want to believe and stuff, but that was not everybody's doing. And I think that's the problem. We do this thing where say, okay, you're a Trump supporter, MAGA, right? Make America great again. Okay, so since you believe that, you don't like your black folks. You don't like this. You don't like that. I don't like some black people. I don't like some white people. I don't hate nobody, but I can tell you this much. I'm not going to advocate for anybody's death. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even support the whole death penalty thing. I don't. But that's just me. I don't. I really don't. I don't. And I know some folks gonna hate me for this, but I'm not with abortions. But as my right hand to God, as I travel the country, I've assisted on some of those. As I travel this country, because some of these states you're allowed to do that, I've assisted on it. I know how to. Again, it goes back to me turning it on, turning it off. turning it on, turning it off. I was in California. I don't understand. Let me tell you, I don't care if you identify as this, that, this, that. That's why I said I love T.S. Madison, because T.S. Madison says she is not going to cut her dick off. She got a whole dick, and she ain't cutting it off. And I know some people going to be like, what the hell is Terrence talking about? But at the end of the day, I support that. What was very crazy when I went to California, to the West Coast, I said, oh my gosh. I went to the West Coast, and that's when I did my first, I was a part of the, I actually assisted on the first transgender reconstruction case. And I was like, what the hell? When I tell you plastic surgeons and vascular surgeons can do magic, they really can. But I said, oh my gosh. But again, you got the money, the surgeons, they have the skill set, they have the time. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, because I don't believe in this, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do it because it's my job. And also, I don't let that be a reflection of me. You get what I'm saying? That's not a reflection of me. You believe in what you believe in. You want to do what you want to do. That's your body. At the end of the day, I'm trying to do the best of my ability to live and survive and do what is right. I try to do the right thing. Now, if people think that's me being on the right side, so be it. But I know I'm on the side of God. I'm on the side of Terrence. I'm on the side of my beliefs. I do my fact checking. I believe in what I believe, and I just don't want to be a part of. And I know some people say, well, Terrence, it's inevitable. You got to pick a side. No. If you're telling me to pick a side, well, the side is going to be the right thing. The right thing. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how. Look into it however you want to look into it. But I'm just keeping it real. What I believe in is what I believe in. What you believe in is what you believe in. At the end of the day, no matter what the case may be, I'm not going to sit up here and want to kill you. I'm not. I'm not. I barely want to block you from my damn stream, and I have the power to do that. I can block anybody I want to block. I'm not doing that because what sense does that make? You got a lot of these trolls that's going to come back, and they're going to come back even with a vengeance. I mean, it's just like when you have a damn stomach virus or whatever and shit, and your appetite's gone, and you're puking and shitting everywhere, and then when that 24, 48, 72 hours kind of go, you get a fucking appetite out of this damn world. You want to eat like a damn pregnant lady, you know? At the end of the day, I'm not gonna fall into that category. I'm not doing that, and I say that respectfully. Also, you are helping the most racist administrator ever. Go fuck yourself, you Uncle Tom bitch. You know what? If I could fuck myself, I probably would. I'm telling you, I probably would. That comment is not going to sit up here and bother me. I'm going to have a productive life. I'm going to have a productive day. I'm thinking about going to get oxtails before Mama Soul Food closed. I've had a wonderful session with tennis. You're not going to put hate into my heart. And you can say what you want to say. I'm not going to block you. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, I know for a fact, yes, I have to be careful out here because maybe I'll walk into some people who probably really feel like, you know what, they're probably carrying, like myself, but probably feel like, oh, yeah, I want to fuck him up today because he believes in this and stuff. I pray to God that I don't encounter those things, but I'm telling you, I cannot sit up here and be silenced. Charlie Kirk, may he continue to rest in peace, is never going to be silenced. I hate Adobe seasoning. There I said it. Well, I don't hate anything. You were cool until you shower your victim. Oh, you were cool until you shower your victim mentally. Mentality. Xavier, whatever you believe in, you know, at the end of the day, just as my nose is kind of running, sorry if I got snot boogers in my nose, just as my nose is running, you know, I can't, it's just me. It's just real. This is really happening. So how you feel is valid. It's real. I accept whatever you say. It's not going to, what you're eating right now is not going to make me shit. If I were to smell it, it may make me a little sick or make me hungry, but it's not going to make me shit. And what I eat is not going to make you shit. Does that make sense? Now that's something my mom, may she continue to rest in peace. That's something she would tell me all the damn time. What I eat ain't gonna make you shit, and what you eat ain't gonna make me shit. We're gonna disagree. There are going to be people who have came to this live stream who really enjoyed the live stream, and there's going to be people who have came to the live stream, started to enjoy the live stream, and now they can't stand me because they probably say, okay, well, he's just all over the place. Whatever you want to say, whatever you believe in, I'm not going to sit back and stop saying things how I feel about it. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to sugarcoat shit for you. I'm saying what's on my heart. I'm saying my truth and what I believe in. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if, I know I'm way behind in the chat, but put ones in the chat if I'm making somewhat of sense. I know I'm losing people coming and going. That's all good. But put a one in the chat if I make a little bit of sense. Yeah, I'm white and I'm a nun and I'm not racist. Jerry Campbell says, yeah, I'm white and I'm a nun and I'm not racist. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm black and I'm not racist. IBG200 said Trump normalize hate. How does Trump normalize hate? Because he's talking about, immigrants and building this wall and all this stuff. How is that normalizing hate? That's weird to even think about that. Mr. Speaker Guy, why don't you have to do a little Google search for a research on why they call the Mr. Speaker Guy, why don't you have to do a little Google search for a research on why they're called the Secret Service? Nathan, oh, you saying because they tell secrets? I wish they didn't tell secrets. Sandy said, Mr. Kirk, really think what's crazy that people on Facebook that don't support Charlie Kirk started saying that he was stable and was well, but everyone knows he died right then and there. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. MC Punk, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Frank said, still crying about the white boy. Wow, that you guys are, some of y'all are just really sick. Prophet personality. Some of his speeches were wrong and some were right, and that's okay. But why would someone assassinate someone for their beliefs? I mean, honestly, I feel like, honest to God, somebody would want to try and kill me because of what I believe in. Excuse me. I just pray for people. I pray for people in their spirits. I pray for people in their mentality. There's some really messed up people because folks want, this is the deal. Do you guys think that everything that I say, you're going to agree with everything that I say? You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to agree with everything that I say. And I'm not supposed to agree with everything that you say or you think. That's the problem. So Reload Tink, thank you so much. I'm going to read your comment again. You said some of his speeches were wrong and some were right. And that's okay. But why would someone assassinate someone for their beliefs? Bingo. I want to know that answer. Now, what my answer to that would be, because really when they were wrong, they were wrong. But when they were right, they were right. And people can't stand the fact that he was right about a lot of things. So they want to shut him up. That's how I look at it. Frank, you said Charlie's gone in a warmer place. Let's move him, rest and piss peacefully. But why would I want to move on when you're saying rest and piss like the other lady in my comments? You guys, first of all, R.I.P, if I'm not mistaken, it does mean rest in peace. So what you're doing is you're being derogatory, you're trying to be cool, but you're also trying to make a joke. You're ignorant for that, yo. You're so ignorant. And I'm not angry at the fact that you're ignorant. I'm just praying that ignorance out of you because it's stupid. Okay, first and foremost, it's like, you don't have to say anything, but you're telling me to move on. Everybody should move on, okay? Move on from the white guy that was shot. Move on from this person that was shot. Move on from this. But then you say rest in peace. Why the fuck would anybody want to move on then? You're adding, what is that? Gasoline? More gasoline to the fire? More fuel to the fucking fire. You're increasing the situation. Thank you. You're increasing the situation. Nobody's gonna be silenced when you're showing, when you are showing the fact that you can't be respectful. Why would I want to be silenced to that? Why would I want to sit up here and do what you're telling me to do? No, I absolutely will not. And let me just say this: I am speaking about Charlie Kirk. I'm still speaking about I'm still speaking about the fact of the matter. You have so many sex trafficking. You have so many people that cases are still not solved. All these kids that are missing. You have Giovanni, you have, these things that are just, okay, now they're dying down. Be it a black person, a white person. Hell, I'm still thinking about Lacey Peterson. What the fuck? I'm still thinking about all these things that haven't been solved. What's her name? John Benet Ramsey. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm still thinking about so many things. I speak about this to some close people in my life, and we look at the first 48 or the 48 hours mystery. And there was this rapper, this black rapper, who was like just assassinated like in front of the studio, and it's people around but nobody sees shit, and it's unsolved. It's gone unsolved for now. Hell, it's probably 2 decades now. I'm still thinking about that. I'm never gonna let these things rest, and I'm telling you, as God continues to allow breath into my lungs, I'm gonna speak on these things. If there's a problem, you don't have to watch, you don't have to support. But I think that this is me doing my part. At the end of the day, it ain't just me trying to make $1 or something. It's me really trying to get it out there that, okay, this shit is fucked up. It needs to be brought up. People do need to be held accountable. And there are some sick fucks in the world. And in fact, the fact that you're saying that, and you're proving that. Who would want that? I'm so sorry. I missed let me go down. Thank you so much for that super chat. I apologize. I'm gonna go all the way down to try to find this. I know it's so many comments, and I appreciate, like you guys commenting. I appreciate the support. Far as the trolls, and I know it's a lot of people trolling me. I'm gonna pray for you. Black said, you cussing and talking about God. Salt water and fresh water can't come out the same fountain. That's the motherfucking lie. That's the motherfucking lie. Black, just as I'm black, that's the motherfucking lie. And let me tell you this, I'm so tired. Who flipped the damn table over at the Last Supper? Who got angry? I'll wait. Who got angry? Facts is facts. Jangly Echoes, thank you so much for that super chat. You said R.I.P. to our fallen brother in Christ, Charlie Kirk, loving husband and father of 2 beautiful children. God bless you and God be with you all. Thank you so much, Jangly Echoes. I appreciate that. $4.99, and I can't agree more. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Honestly, this is it's so sad that people are sitting here and like, I'm being so serious and being so judgmental at the fact that, okay, like they're saying, oh wow, he deserved this, or rest in peace, and he's evil, he's hateful, he's this, he's that. You guys, somebody, a son, a father, a husband was assassinated. Man, we are just in some fucked up times. We really are. And now I can't curse, and I'm not a child of God because I use profanity. Wow. Wow. Oh, and did you just judge me? Did you just judge me? Oh, I thought we can't judge each other. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Like I'm not trying to be an ass, but I'm just keeping it 100. Like you cannot, you can't tell me, you cannot tell me that, okay, that you're a child of God and you're judging me at the same time. Like that's bullshit. And I don't care what anybody says, that's bullshit. Cursing is an expression. At the end of the day, we serve an let me just speak for Terrence. I know I serve an amazing, the Almighty God. I know for a fact, even God will depart from your ass. Now, I mean, like, I'm just keeping it 100. People, they don't like facts. They don't like facts. I'm right, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All I'm saying is I know for a fact, like, okay, yeah, my delivery may be a little off, but it's my delivery, and I'm going to live in my delivery. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be unapologetically Terrence. I expect for you to be unapologetically you. But at the same time, even though you're coming in and you're saying what is on your mind and what's on your heart, it is what I believe that is to be that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Uh-oh, you're triggered. Oh my gosh, I'm triggered. Let me just say this. let me say, what's your name? Plate Stacker 2000. Fucking triggered is a fucking understatement. Fucking triggered is an understatement. It's an understatement. 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 Somebody has gotten blown a fucking way, and other people are being blown away. People are being murdered and just humiliated in just the most horrible ways in this country, based off of sexuality, based off of spirituality, based off of like their finances, based off of their beliefs, which all kind of, trickles around in all of that situation. And you said, oh, I'm triggered. I've been triggered. I'm devastated. I feel like I feel absolutely abused. I feel this is disgusting. This is American soil. No matter if you like it or not, I don't know if you are an American. At the end of the day, we're in America. This is not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. So yeah, I'm a little triggered, or a lot fucking triggered. And I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say that I'm not. At the end of the day, I don't feel like, okay, let me wake up and let me go harm somebody. I'm gonna pray for people. And again, I don't care what anybody has to say. This is my truth. They're saying, Terrence, how do you pray for somebody and you're a potty mouth? How do you pray for people? The same way how I pray for people, the same way when that lady came into the surgery, it was a trauma we had Tuesday. When she came into there and her husband stabbed her. When she came into that fucking case, that woman, she left off that damn table. That's the same way that I'm going to pray for these people. That's the same way I'm going to do. I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody has to say. I know for a fact, and in this, I take this up with myself and God. I am a good person. I never said I was nice. I never said I was always friendly, but I can tell you this much. I try my best to be positive, and I'm a good person. I care. I give a fuck. That's why I do these streams. I'm not doing these streams for you guys to come in and just like, chew me a new asshole or whatever. Is that how you say it? Chew your new asshole? I'm not doing that for that. All jokes aside, I want to share awareness. I want to share light. And I do want to come up here. I don't want to sit up here and mask my face. I want to show that I'm a Black American, okay, that's in America, that still I believe in this country. All right. I've had so many of my family members fight, for this country and fight for the rights and stuff, only for these things to happen. Now we can't speak on things without feeling like, okay, we're going to get our heads blown off. We're going to be ridiculed and just and talked down on, like, okay, like this is disgusting. It's disgusting. Wade said Charlie Kirk was a soldier, and the only person is to have the balls to go on a debate and others who had different opinions in public in front of thousands. And then despite death threats, he pushed forward. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, I don't believe in that comparison. But I do look up to Charlie Kirk, and I'm gonna continue to look up to him. No matter what anybody says, nobody can tell me that I've sold my soul, that oh my gosh, I support the devil. You can say that, but it's never. It may. Let me just say this: it can form all damn day long, but nothing that you are saying in a negative way is gonna ever prosper. In my life, it may prosper in yours. Like you probably risk death on me. I'm sorry to say, it may prosper in your life. So be careful. Be careful what you wish on others. Be careful what you're saying to others. Thank you so much, Tracy, for that gift. I appreciate you, beautiful. Thank you. Be careful what you say to others. Thank you for the heart, Tracy, for the flirting heart. God bless you, Tracy. Thank you. Be careful what you say to others. Okay, that's why, like I said, I take accountability. I've said fucked up things and things of whatever that nature, and I take accountability for those things. I'm not perfect. Nobody, like we can debate, we can have a debate all day long. I'm not perfect. Never have I ever said that. Well, I can tell you this much. The fact of the matter is, Charlie Kirk was a human being. No matter if you disagree with him, if you agree with him, if you liked him some days, if you couldn't stand him other days, no one deserves to be treated like that. Nobody deserves that. Nobody. Nobody deserves that. There are dozens of stories about Trump helping black folks dating back to 25 years. Crankbait said, Janine, those are mosquitoes or taken out of, I'm sorry. I'm getting my ass bit by mosquitoes and I'm reading mosquitoes. Those are misquotes or taken out of context. There are dozens of stories about Trump helping black folks dating back 25 years. Of course. Yo, we got to stop this nonsense, okay? We got to stop this nonsense. President Trump is not a racist. I'm not a racist. What it is, I'm not evil. President Trump is not evil. What it is, I'm going to say this much. Charlie Kirk, not as racist. He was not evil. What it is, these people, and there's other people out there, even Democrats, I don't care what party, there are people out there that are telling the truth, that's telling it like it is, and they are being ridiculed and talked about because, oh my gosh, they're telling it like it is. So they're evil. That's the fucking problem. People don't like people to speak up on things because I'm telling you, with some folks, it makes them feel insignificant. It makes them feel inferior. I've worked beside surgeons that I'm telling you, my right hand of God literally have told me, especially when I was younger in my profession, it says, Terrence, I don't give a fuck what the hell you say. What I say goes, and what I say is going to be right. And I just sit back and I was like, oh my stars. Oh my, I mean, what do? Do I walk out of the fucking case and the patient's wide open? Hell no. You know what? When my mom was alive, she says, you know what you do, right? You ignore that. You do your part for this patient and you keep moving. I said, Mom, what if I got to work with this man again? You work with him again. You do what you can do in that situation. You can't do nothing less, nothing more. You only can do what you can do. And I said, oh, this is hard. I don't understand. She says, you pray for understanding. That's what my mom said. The one who cursed more, the woman who can out curse a fucking sailor told me that. So as for Black and everybody else who says, oh wow, he's cursing so much, oh my gosh, he needs to stop. I'm never gonna fucking stop. Okay? Because that's what I know. All right. I know how to turn things off. Let me tell you, I've talked in front of a lot of fucking people in my life. I really have. This is my channel. This is my platform. I choose to do what I do. Okay. Now, if I'm in surgery or if I'm going to pick up a patient with the nurse and stuff, you think I'm going to sit up here and talk like this to patients? Hell no. Now, at some patients I have. I went to some woman and shit, the white lady and stuff, and she was like, oh, honey, you don't have to sit up here and be prim and proper with my fucking white ass. Tell it like it fucking is. And I was like, okay, yes, ma'am, and it was just like, sometimes the personalities are just there. Some people are receptive of it. Some people are not. And that's okay. But I know how to turn things on and turn things off. I save lives for a living if you guys like it or not. Okay. My right hand of God. My right, as I sit here, my right hand of God, I have saved people's lives, and I'm not trying to like, oh, I'm all that and stuff. I have saved people's lives in actual public settings. That's outside of an OR. I have saved people's lives. My dad has done it. My mom has done it. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm not trying to sit up here and convey to you, oh my gosh, I'm such a nice person. And this, I'm a real person, and I know that I have a good heart. And I know for a fact that I could never laugh at the demise of anybody. I can't. Let me just say this. I'm not, even if people are evil and have done wrong, I'm not going to laugh at the demise of that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to rejoice. At the end of the day, if you're somebody who has done wrong and you've murdered a lot of people and stuff, whatever, you got what's coming your way. I believe in karma. I believe in what goes around is going to come around. I do believe in that. I do believe in God, obviously. These are the things I believe in. At the end of the day, this is what I believe in. This is my truth. Nobody's going to get out of this world alive. We all have to make that step, that transition one day. At the end of the day, it needs to be on God's terms. Stop trying to play God. Stop being the judge. Stop being the jury. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing what you know is wrong. Stop doing that. Trump had a stroke on 9/11 Memorial Day. You are subhuman for respecting a subhuman. Oh, you got another $5 for the cooning. Oh, Shady Norman. You know, that's so weird. You know, like, why are you hating the fact that people are, you know, sending super chats and being respectful of the situation? I mean, like, let's stop this. I mean, I don't know if it's something. Now I think this is what, not say I think, I know for a fact this is people coming in and being so hateful because there are good people in the world that support what I'm saying, that believe in what I'm saying, and that probably, you know, they probably are saying it to people that they know are gonna be okay with them saying it. I'm saying this in public, and as I do this live stream, like I said, I'm very careful at work because management, even the CEO, they want people to refrain from speaking about things and stuff, whatever. And I'm not going to speak about politics because, again, I don't know where people's mindsets are. Like, again, I do feel like, okay, I probably work beside some people who probably do want to fucking kill people based off of what they say. And I haven't done anything because I say that I'm a Trump supporter. You want to kill me? This is fucking crazy. Like, I am not, like, Trump is not putting a gun in anybody's fucking hand and say, hey, go kill a black person, go kill this white person, or hate America. The man literally is saying, let's make America great again. I think the thing about it is people can't stand the fact that you have somebody in office that fucking hops on social media, that fucking says some off the wall shit sometimes, that, you know, that just keeps it 100, that may not always be professional. That's what the fuck I love. I'm just keeping it real. I love that. Now, some folks say, okay, well, he's taking away this, he's taking away this. Aren't you still getting your check? Aren't you still getting this? What has been taken away? Like, why are we listening to things and not looking at the facts, people? You have your rights. You have your rights. But again, this left, quote unquote, is what is, y'all are the problem. You're assassinating people who are speaking who are speaking up and believing in what they say, but they're being assaulted, they're being slaughtered, they're being assassinated, they're being ridiculed. This does not make sense. It seems to be a bunch of fucking hypocrites in the world. Because you can't say, okay, oh my gosh, well, you support Trump, you're this, you're that, or you're a horrible person. You can't say that, and then you can't say that. Now that's what you can say, and then you say how right you are. You're not right, because now you guys are killing people. You're murdering people. I can't get this. I can't get these things out of my mind. And I don't understand how people think that this is okay. Why are people laughing about this? Why are people laughing about this? I felt the same way about the guy, you know, that was, that was killed. Being over the pharmaceuticals, being over the insurance, being over this. You guys, at the end of the day, let God do the judging. I don't know how did we get back? Let me just say this. I say get back to this point, but I feel like we never left. How are we still here is what I probably should ask. How are we still here? How are these things okay? How are these things acceptable? How are we still here? As a nation, how are we still here? Do you ever think that? Or just be honest, and some of you guys probably don't want to answer and stuff, but really, people that's in here, how do you feel about the situation? Like, do you feel like you can literally go to your neighbor and say what's on your mind? Be it if you're a Republican, or if you're a Democrat, or you're indecisive, can you actually go to the person beside you, or people that's at the table, or people that's within your society? Can you actually talk to them without feeling like, okay, you're going to be ridiculed or talked down upon or looked at different? You know how many, look, now I know y'all gonna talk about me, but I was on eHarmony. Okay, I got this free damn thing when I was on eHarmony. Some people in there said, if you are a MAGA supporter, okay, make America great again. So pretty much, if you're a Trump supporter, if you're a part of the administration, don't fucking hit me up. Don't send me a message. I said, I'll be damned. This is crazy. So so it's one thing to be, it's one thing, to be like, okay, you're in a household where the man loves Dallas Cowboys, and then the woman, she loved the Denver the Broncos. Okay, now that's one thing. Okay, I'm not trying to sit up here and make a joke out of this, but that's one thing. I mean, Dallas Cowboys all the way. Okay, no, but real talk, it's okay to have some type of separation and believe in what you believe in. So I'm gonna divorce my wife because she likes the Denver Broncos and not the Dallas Cowboys? What the hell? So we gonna sit up here because you believe in this, or you don't vote, or say you voted for a Democrat, or this person voted for the Republican Party, so now I can't coexist with you? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense, you guys. Am I not making sense right now? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, the point of what I'm saying is, why can't people just respect people and their wishes and who they believe in? Why couldn't people respect Charlie Kirk? Why can you? I mean, you don't have to agree with what the man was saying. You can dislike him, but why do you have to hate somebody so bad to the point you want to murder them? You think that's gonna silence people? No. So he's not physically here, right? But that's not gonna silence him. His voice is even louder than it was. I'm serious, you guys. Okay, the people who have done this and was a part of this, because it was not just that man, clearly, they have fucked up. You've proven the point. You've proven the fact that, okay, what this man was saying, a lot of what he was saying is valid and is absolutely correct. And I don't care what anybody says, we can debate. But are you going to want to kill me? What the fuck, people? Seriously. Greg D says, at Jangolo Echoes and with you, all of a sudden we want to hold folk accountable. They unalived MLK for the stand up for you to be able to do what you are doing right now. Black, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I might have a little bit of the Malcolm X persona, or maybe, like the mindset, but I don't condone violence. Okay, I will protect myself at all costs. I will protect myself, but I don't condone violence. But I'm not disagreeing with you with that. Like I thank God for the civil rights movement. I thank God for Rosa. I thank God for Harriet Tubman. I thank God for uh, another late great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm not I don't know, what are you trying to get at? Like what I'm telling you is the fact that because say I curse or if I eat fried chicken, which I do eat fried chicken, but I ain't had fried chicken in a long time. Um, but because I do those things does not make me insignificant, more insignificant than you. It doesn't make me any less than you or any better than you. And because I believe in, because I support, what Charlie Kirk has said and what and his beliefs, and because I support President Trump and his beliefs and what he has done, that doesn't you shouldn't hate me. And you shouldn't hate me okay, because I curse and because I say I'm gonna pray for you. Or not necessarily just you, but you shouldn't hate. It just shouldn't be that way. I do not hate people. I don't know why. I can't prove this. I mean, I got some people that's probably in here. I know Loving Me Trace Anderson. She's one of my channel members, but she's a dear friend. She literally is a friend, and I thank God that we've had so many conversations and stuff. This woman knows we've had real conversations. She knows the individual that I am. She knows who I am, and I'm telling you guys, I am a fucking ball of all kind of fucked up shit, but I'm not lying. I'm a good person. I'm a good person. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm having a problem with the internet. I think we all have been in a situation where, our character has been put into question. I'm not trying to sit up here and paint a picture that I'm perfect. I've never ever done that. I'm not trying to paint a picture that Charlie Kirk was perfect. I'm not painting a picture that President Trump is perfect. What I'm trying to convey is the fact of the matter is it's not okay to try and harm others or hurt others any kind of way, to be honest. I mean, there's one thing for someone to just blow somebody's head off, okay? To just completely shoot somebody and kill somebody, right? That's one thing. That's a horrible thing, but it's also so much bullying and so much hate within social media. The threats should stop. I don't understand that. The nastiness, the hatefulness. Like I said, there are people that are getting divorces. They're killing people. They're hurting people. They're stealing from people because of what they believe in. This is sickening. This is what I feel like that evil wants us to do. I've never once, people who came in here who have just said some horrible things to me and that continue to say horrible things, I'm reading positive, I'm reading negative, but I'm praying for everyone. You can believe it, or you look, you ain't gotta believe it, but I know I'm not lying. I'm praying for everyone. I look at everyone as equal. I've walked beside a man who was sitting down, right? I don't have any change on me and stuff, whatever. He asked for something to drink. I did have a bottle of water. I wanted that fucking water, I ain't gonna lie. But I got some water in here. But I wanted that damn core water, but I gave it to him. All right. Now, I'm not just saying it's okay for people to say, oh wow, he's doing good. I fucking do good every damn day. I do good every damn day. That's just me. I'm not perfect, but I know I do good every fucking day. And it is what the fuck it is. I know I'm a giver. I give way more than I've ever received. I give way more. I don't even receive super chats in my live streams. And I thank God for the people who have given me super chats. I thank God for the gifts. But I don't really receive a whole lot. I do thank God for that. At the same time, I know for a fact that I'm a giver. My point being, when I walked past him, I didn't think he was any better than myself, or any less or any less than me, or the next person that I walked past. This person shit is, I see him getting out of a fucking new Mercedes. At least it looked new. I don't think he's any better than me. I'm not any better than him. Like, you guys, I don't care about those materials. I love awesome things. Yes, I have rackets that are $300-400. I'm not gonna play with no cheap ass racket. I ain't finna get no fucking tennis elbow or no wrist fracture playing with some cheap ass rackets. That's just not me. At the same time, I'm not sitting up here trying to throw this down your face. If you are playing with the cheap racket, it is what it is. I'm someone who I'm really not materialistic. I don't know how to prove these things. You just have to continue to watch me. I'm not trying to get you to watch, but I'm just saying that's the way that you're gonna get to know me more. And watch the previous things. I mean, watch how I engage with my nieces and nephews. Watch how I do things in life. Watch how I talk about coworkers and I do things. I hold people accountable. But as I'm holding people accountable, listen very carefully. As I hold others accountable, I'm holding myself accountable. That's the fucking ticket. That's the golden ticket. So many people want to say shit and they want to live their lives like this and do that, right? But they're not being accountable. And when they're being called out, they're in their feelings. They can't stand being wrong. That was like Ostapenko playing Taylor Townsend, in the US Open, this US Open. That woman lost. Fair and square, she lost. Of course, Taylor Townsend's a US player. She's black. She's going to have the US crowd on her side. It's the US Open, for God's sake. So she's going to have the whole crowd on her side. Ostapenko was very rude. But I said it, and people are like, what are you talking about? She is a racist. No, she's not. The woman is not racist. The woman is ignorant as fuck. And she was rude. She can't stand losing. She was not racist. She's not. People like to throw that out there real quick. Like I said, I had to be careful growing up and stuff. And that's what my mom taught me. Really analyze things. That's how I know that I analyze a lot. And I think before I speak. That's why I said I can read these comments. I'm reading these comments before I'm reading them. I've already read them before I even say it aloud. And I know for a fact some people say, why he's even reading it? Because it doesn't affect me and it shouldn't affect you. The negativity should never impact you. I'm going to be honest. The positivity should impact you. Venus Williams is 45 years old and she's playing tennis professionally still. And people are like, why are you still playing? She said, why not? And she was like, and then one reporter was like, what are people like, there are people that's rooting against you. There are people that are rooting for you. She says, listen, no disrespect to people who are rooting for me and no disrespect to who are rooting against me. It doesn't matter. What matters is what I believe in, what I put into my sport and what I believe in, what I believe and how I believe within myself in my game. She says, you can root for me all day, but I can lose. You can root for me. You can not root for me and I can win. She was like, that does not impact my life. She was like, okay, it's nice to have fans and people to say, oh, wow, you motivated me. And I just love that woman so much. she's such a inspiration to me. And that's honestly, she's the reason why I started playing tennis. I saw her play in 1996. I was 10 years old and I saw her playing against Steffi Graf. And she was kicking Steffi Graf ass. She was. Venus had them bees in and she was going to town. And I was like, Mom, I want to play tennis. She was like, boy, you could do it. Of course, my mom and dad didn't have that much money. I started playing tennis with a lotion bottle. But it was because I saw Venus Williams play. To this day, this woman is still playing. She doesn't have to play. She's not, she made a joke about, because she's on Cobra, the insurance. This woman is filthy rich. She ain't got to work another day in her damn life. She's just fine. And she has a sense of humor out of this world. I love her for that. I love her realness. I love how she's not letting people in the world define her. You understand what I'm saying? I love that. I love how Charlie Kirk didn't let anybody define him. And may he continue to rest in peace. We need more real people in this world. People who are going to stand up for what's right. And if they're wrong, they don't mind being called out. They don't mind debating. They don't mind listening. But hey, when you're right, you're right. It's a thing where this all falls back to accountability, if you like it or if you don't. And I think that's the problem. Some people do not like what I have to say and how I say it. They're like, how the fuck is he saying this and he's saying this and then he believes in God? Well, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. And then, saying, I'm triggered or maybe I'm triggering you. I don't want to trigger you, but also you should not allow for me to trigger you. You should not allow that. I do believe in influences, but I do not believe in provocation. And I don't care what anybody says. Nobody can make you do nobody can make you do anything. Yes, I understand. You got a gun to your head. You're probably going to do certain things. But I'm just saying, if that's not the situation, the scenario is somebody comes, I'm at work and I have this person in my ear saying so and so is this way. Okay, let me just say, for instance, I'm gonna say like this. My sisters, who are a little bit older than me, I was gonna go. I did go through the same classes and some of the same teachers when I went to high school. They were in high school before I went to high school. Y'all know I'm 38. And I have a 41 and 42-year-old. They don't mind me saying their age. They look like they 20. Okay, we all look good. My mama ain't never had an ugly child. Okay, I'm just saying. Look at that damn squirrel getting so close to me. I don't have any food. But anyway, my mom, they would say, "Oh, Terrence, you ain't gonna like Miss Landfair. Oh, and Miss McPherson, and then oh, Mr. Donald, and that was actually his name, Mr. Donald. They mean they did say this, and oh, you gonna love so and so." And my mom would say, "Hey, listen," she say, "Darnell." She would say, "Listen now." She was like, "You going to school?" She was like, "I understand your sisters are saying this, but you need to get your own idea of these teachers. You can listen to them, you can take into consideration, but don't you make past judgment based off what they're saying." My mama, who had all of our asses out of her fucking vagina, told me that. It wasn't that she was like being negative towards her daughters or being nasty. She told her like it is. She said, "You can listen, take in consideration, but don't you pass judgment on these teachers." And would you fucking know it? I go into school, the teacher that they said they didn't like, I loved her. I love Miss Landfair, and I couldn't stand the teacher that they said that I would love. I couldn't stand that damn dude. I said, what the hell? At the end of the day, get your own. My point is this: you get your own interpretation, you get your own idea of others. Tracy, you know, if you're still in the chat, you know for a fact that there are some content curators that don't like us. There's some content creators that do like us. It's content creators that maybe don't like you and that you like, and it's content creators that don't like me that you like. At the end of the day, we're not gonna change. We're not gonna change up on each other because we rock. We rock solid. And that's what you call respect. That's what you call love. That's what you call actual support. That's the problem with people. You know, I don't know if you guys, if some of you guys are content creators, or if you guys are on TikTok or Instagram or whatever the case may be. Now, I am on a lot of those different applications. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I don't even know how like people are still watching me because I don't really post on those platforms. I do most of the things here on YouTube because people say YouTube is so hard. I love it because it's hard. I love it because YouTube hold your ass accountable. YouTube is gonna hold you accountable. And I love that. I love how there's so many more rules and regulations. I know some people don't like that. I know, Tracy, you don't like it because you can't play your music, but I love it. I love the fact I actually came back all the way back into the park, into this more secluded area because they were playing so much music up at the front. So I actually came to this area because it's a lot less quieter. At the end of the day, I think it's important to know that I take accountability. I take responsibility. I follow the rules. Like, I don't cut corners. And I'm going to continue to believe. I'm going to continue to believe in what I believe in. I'm going to continue to support what I support. I'm going to continue to stand up for what's right. And this, what I believe in what's right is the fact that a lot of what Charlie Kirk did say is correct. All right. And some people just can't, they just can't fathom the reason why I support that. You have to do your own research. You have to figure these things out yourself. I can't force you because your mind is made up. I can't force you to believe anything, right? Your mind is made up. I know what I believe. I know what I support. I'm going to continue to do live streams, speaking the truth and speaking about things. I'm going to make sure his voice, from my perspective and from my standpoint, is never silenced. So get ready. Get ready. A lot of you guys are retracting your comments. You don't have to retract your comments. If your comments are derogatory, YouTube is gonna do because I mean, YouTube is very sensitive. They're gonna hold the comments so I can view it. If it's derogatory, it's derogatory. If it's positive, it's positive. I'm not gonna sit up here and think any other way. Like, I'm just gonna pray for. I'm gonna pray for the negative people. I'm gonna pray for the positive people. I don't hate any of you. Of course, you would call them mosquito. Wait, of course you would call them mosquitoes or misquotes. I agree. Wade Kirk was a special person. He was a special person. Charlie Kirk was a better man than those who shame him, lie about him, and make jokes of his unjustified assassination. Absolutely. The Mr. Broski, Liberal Slayer 9000. Thank you for the comment. It's sin, I guess. It's funny how the people defending hateful comments are posting hateful comments. Hypocrites laughing my ass off. I think we all probably at one point were hypocrites, but it is funny that people are doing that. I laugh. I mean, I know I probably shouldn't be laughing, but I laugh about it because I mean I'm not gonna cry about it. I'll cry about like I miss my mom sometimes. I cry about that. I cry when we lose. Like I cried about losing Charlie Kirk. I cry about losing a patient. I'm not gonna cry because people want to put me down and say hateful comments. I can't help but laugh. Now again, some of you are gonna be like, this dude is off his rockers because he shouldn't be laughing about people calling him a nigger, people hating on him, people calling him a sellout, people trying to threaten him, calling him a fucking stupid ass. Like, I don't fucking care about that. That shit is hilarious. It's hilarious. There are people in my family, and I'm not going to say immediate, I'll say distance, that feel the same way that some of y'all trolls feel. And that's my fucking blood. So that's why I say it will never silence me. It's never going to, like the old me, it probably would make me a little sad. Right now, it just, I don't know, it makes me want to have a bowel movement, which is a blessing. I mean, I'm regulated. You know what I'm saying? I can't be bothered by that. I will not be bothered by that. And I want you guys, I know a lot of you guys are stronger, probably just as strong as I am or even stronger, but the people that probably are not, no disrespect to you guys, but I want you to reach that capacity. Stop letting the things that people say about you or say about others put you into a position where you become easily, distracted or depressed. I am pissed off about what is going on in this country, but instead of me being silenced, instead of me shutting up and just turning the other cheek and not wanting to communicate, I'm going to communicate more. You're going to see more live streams about this. People are going to say, let it die. It will never die. And then the very reason why I will never die, because you're trying to kill people, and therefore it never is going to die. It's never going to die. I'm never going to sit up here and not talk about this injustice, this horrible situation. Charlie Kirk is one of many, but I must say, I think in modern day society, I mean, that for me, it's just like, I mean, you talk about an assassination. I mean, that was just horrific. And the fact that we looking at now, we're in times with social media, I must say, and how that video just spiraled across I mean, of course, okay, views and stuff. I can post a video. I posted a video. I shared a clip when they were carrying him, and I made sure that was all blurred out. You saw no blood, but I wanted people to feel that I wanted them to feel the tense. And so that's why I shared that portion of the video. But of course, I would never share the assassination of him. I will never share that. And when I looked at that, like I said, I looked at the video and it didn't say, hey, warning or whatever. I didn't know that I was going to even see all of that. And I saw that. And again, I didn't sleep well from it. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't. It's horrible. It's horrible that these things are happening. Somebody says, well, you keep talking about that, but isn't it horrible that the manager in Texas and Dallas was decapitated? That's horrendous. It's evil amongst us. It's absolutely horrible. Those things should not happen. Why are they happening? Why are they happening? It's evil amongst us. It's people that cannot, they're so detached from the real world. Yes, I understand, schizophrenic and mentally ill and this and this and that, but let's stop blaming all that shit. I got people I know for a fact crazier than fucking ever. Now, I talk to myself, but there's people I know for a fact got about probably got about 40 damn personalities in their head and want to harm a damn fly. And I'm telling you, as I speak, I probably got a couple. I'm gonna fucking kill a damn fly. And I'm not laughing about this. I'm being so serious. At the end of the day, it's evil in the world. And we're seeing it more and more and more and more and more. I do feel like social media, like I said, that's the blessing of it, because it does bring it to the forefront a lot more, a lot faster. But at the same time, I do feel like some things are just dehumanizing. Why is that video shared so much? I do want to share a lot about Charlie Kirk, but I don't want that to be the last thing people remember. I don't. That's why I said look, I'm going to continue to watch. I'm going to continue to share some of the debates because I love it. I'm a debater myself. I love it. I was on the debate team and I love it. I've won, I've lost, it's indifference, maybe somewhat of a tie. At the end of the day, I shake hands, I can agree to disagree, and I move on to the next discussion, to the next topic. I'm not going to live in the past, and I'm damn sure not going to want to harm anybody. I think that's really what's in my mind, that's what I have a problem with. The fact of the matter, people are trying to kill people or are killing people based off what they believe in, which is horrible. These people, those goals are targets. Notice how he tried to whitewash the argument to dilute it with other events. So did you speak about the school shootings too, or are we just trying to go viral? What do you mean going viral? What the fuck? What do you mean going viral? Look at my views. Well, like, okay, let's just stop the ignorance right now. Okay, this is the problem. Like, okay, I speak on a whole lot of things, okay? But you're talking about going viral. I don't need to go viral. You two can be gone fucking yesterday. Again, somebody gonna say, oh, he's target or he's triggered. I've been fucking triggered. I don't have to have this platform. I make my money with my fucking profession. I have 4 actual fucking degrees that I've gone to school for, okay? I make a deep 6 fucking figures, and I'm proud to say that. I don't have to go viral using Charlie Kirk to go. What are you talking about? Going viral, see this fucking fly, I'm telling you, the devil is busy. Going viral is the fact of the matter is me putting up those fucking horrible videos. I am spending my fucking time to talk about these things and to speak about a lot of different things. And see, that's why I mean by society is so closed-minded. You guys are talking about going viral. Fuck going viral. I don't even get, let me tell you, the amount of fucking profanity that I'm doing about some of these damn videos and stuff, I'm not even getting fucking paid for them. Yes, YouTube does give me the super chats. They give me a portion there. Y'all know YouTube take over 30%. But at the end of the day, I don't even have a green dollar sign on all of my fucking videos because they're very fucking intense. And I know for a fact some of them falls out of the guidelines of YouTube. I'm okay with that because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. This isn't scripted. This isn't me trying to go viral. This is fucked up. It's fucked up. It is fucked up about the school shootings and stuff. It's very fucked up. Like I keep saying, at the same time, y'all want me to talk about these things. And I don't know, you probably were in comments before. I don't know what this case may be. But people want me to talk about all these things. The school shootings, the kids being killed, the gun violence, and this and this and that. Domestic abuse, this and this and that. At the end of the day, we got to keep talking about it. If you want me to talk about it so bad, well, you talk about it. Because I'm not speaking about it as much as I'm speaking about Charlie Kirk. Oh, there's an issue? Why is there an issue? What is going on? What's the issue? What's the real problem? What's the real problem? Say what's on your fucking mind. Do you think that I'm a hypocrite? You think that I'm sitting up here picking sides and choosing this because, okay, wow, his name is so popular? Like I said, even before me speaking about him and stuff, I've watched this man so much. I have spoken about him in the damn past. I've spoken about Candace Owens in the damn past. I've spoken about a lot of people within politics in the damn past. But I've always been a Trump supporter. And I'm telling you, my right-handed God, I have been talked about. There's, like, you're talking about viral. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Maybe a small channel, but I'm not that. I'm not like a little tiny channel. I mean, I think that I got at least a couple 100,000 subscribers. I think that I'm actual verified. I think that I have the silver fucking play button. I think I do. I don't need this to go viral. I've had my sponsorships. I've had my brand deals. I've had my collaborations. This is real shit. Hey, Nunu, thank you for the gift. I appreciate you. This is real shit. This is real life. Thank you again, Nunu, for the gift. And it can be gone. Like I said yesteryear, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I've always said this. I'm not the person that is saying, oh my God, social media. What I just fucking told you. I just said that I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously here on YouTube. I do more of my work on YouTube. I get paid less on this application. If I did more on YouTube, if I did more on Facebook, more on TikTok, and I know Peach McIntyre right now is like, Terrence, I told you, I would be getting so much more. I'm not in this for the fucking money. I'm not in this to go viral. I'm not even going viral. I don't have fucking 50,000 people watching me. And I don't have to go viral to get a point across. And the fact of the matter is that you even come with a comment like that, it shows me where your headspace is at, where some people's headspace is actually at. And that's disgusting. And again, I'm going to continue to pray for that. Because this is not what that is. And if you want these things to be brought up and stuff, whatever, you know what? Do what you gotta do to push that out there. I speak about a lot of different things. And if I don't speak about, like I was talking about Giovanni, I talk about a lot of different things. People gonna watch what they want to watch, and the proof is in the pudding. Even on my community post, I posted this. I can post a picture. I can say thank you God for waking me up. I can post a picture, you know, just some type of motivational thing or whatever stuff, which I really do believe in. I get hundreds and stuff. I get hundreds of likes. I get hundreds of people like, you know, viewing this, and I get comments out the wazoo and all this good stuff. People share that out. I post something about Charlie Kirk. I probably get 10 thumbs up. I probably get 1 comment or 2 comments. That's how fucked up America is at the moment. And you can hate me for saying that. You can love me for saying that, but that's how fucked up it is. I'm not doing any of this to go viral. You looking for her in 2 places. What about Trump when he had a stroke on 9/11 2025? The Democrats wouldn't even show enough respect to be quiet for a minute. Prayer. They have no morals or values. It's about power and money. Hope you got the chance to see my super chat, brother. Yes, Jangly Echoes, I did, and I appreciate you for that. God bless you. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry. I know it's a lot of comments, but I appreciate your super chat, and you know, you don't even have to do that, and the fact that you did that means so much to me. I appreciate you so much. God bless you. Republicans did mention the school shootings, and it's wrong. The Democrats ignored the school shootings done by trans. Funny, when black people actually have a head on their shoulders, they get called whitewashed by their own people. You have no idea. I mean, I've been called a lot worse than that, trust me. You cussing and talking about guys, salt, water, and fresh water can't come out of the same fountain. I promise that comment just makes me want to go take a shit. I ain't lying. Every time I read it. Hey, Lena, Robert, they prove themselves daily. Nowadays, you can't speak your mind anymore. If you say or think different, you get killed. Communism speaking, creeping up. You know, it's sad to say, Camille, is it? Wozni? That is so true. That's so true. It's scary, but it's true. Hey, Cynthia. Oh my gosh, I call the word Jesus got angry. Jesus did get angry. What the hell? Just checking, are you in that cult? Carpe Diem. I don't know what cult you're talking about. I'm in the cult of probably having to have a bowel movement at the moment. That's the cult that I'm in. Okay, was not right about everything, and all he wanted is to bring people together for honest debate. R.I.P. Mel, absolutely. Mel Martin, facts. Thank you, Tracy, for using those member emojis. Thank you so much, Nunu. Hello, hello, put your see. Hello, beautiful Nunu. I appreciate you. Exactly. When someone spreads hate around, that's evil. But someone like Jesus, boy, he spread love around. He walked with lepers. Now this Charlie Kirk guy, he hated on everything. Okay. Good evening. Tracy says, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all, these mosquitoes are kicking my ass for real. Not the misquotes, but the mosquitoes. I appreciate you all for coming in. I will be going live again, you guys. I know I didn't read all the comments. It's a lot of comments, positive, negative, and all that stuff, indifferent. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all that you do. Again, I'm going to continue to say this. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. For those of you that don't agree with that, it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to pray for people, be it good, be it bad, whatever the case may be. If you're being good or bad, like negative or positive, I'm going to pray for you. Why do support a man who, if you came to his hotel, he would change, he would charge you more 'cause how you look? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Love yourself first. I don't know what you're talking about. I appreciate y'all so much. You said just stumbled across this channel. Trump shows no respect for anything. First and last time on this channel, it still blows my mind that a person of color supports Trump, especially a black man. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm black, and I'm happy to be black. Thank you so much, and it's okay. You can stumble out of here, and I'm not even trying to be funny when I say that. You can stumble in, and you can just stumble on out. Commit more violence. God bless you all. I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys again. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the gifts. I gotta go, but I will be back. I will be back. If you guys, if you do like, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, join the membership and all that good stuff. Thank y'all so much for all that you do. I appreciate y'all so much. It really does mean a lot to me. Thanks again. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Tracy, I love you. Thank you so much again. I appreciate you. Bye, everybody. God bless you.